Hello and welcome back to another city update. It's been a while since I've done a proper city update, since we've been working on a lot of the main city area, like the residential spaces, the office spaces, and a few of the shops. So let's get into it. Here's an overview of our little mini city so far. We've got the nice black border around it now. So mountain area, a little, I would say it's like a bay with a small beachfront and dock area, a rather steep, almost like cliff face actually, but with sand, into a rather steep hill area, which if you've been watching my shorts, you know that we're going to be working on this next, trying to sort of smooth it out a little bit and definitely make the front area at least a little bit less steep and like bricky, because it's still very chunky. Then over here we've got our river running through the city to a farm, and we've got this nice bridge coming across, sort of as like the main highway between connecting what's sort of on this part of the city with this area here on the right hand side, which is definitely more built up. Let's look at it like this for a little bit. So on the top left here we've got a farm. It's currently just got like a wheat or some sort of germination crop, with a silo and barn at the back. Next to that we've got some residential apartments, hospital, skate park and factory area sort of in the middle. One thing that was mentioned, as much as I like this skate park, it's actually a bit big. It takes up a lot of valuable space in the residential sort of built up area. So, you know, say like take out this tree and these lamp posts and some flowers here and sort of turn this into a corner build of some other shops. I really like this row of shops here. So we've got the, which you've seen in the other video because I sort of started with this. The ice cream shop, a little plant store, toy store and coffee shop. So we might continue that sort of style around here. Then in front of that we've got the fire station, the bank, the factory, a church, little car park area, a football stadium, which I think looks pretty neat, and I love the floodlights. They add some nice height to it. And yeah, the shoe shop, and still the construction site. I haven't really tweaked any of these bits. Oh yes, and hidden around the back here we have a little pizzeria, which is quite cool. So a couple of things, that I sort of briefly mentioned. I'm very happy with like the road and how it looks here. I do think the skate park's a little bit big, so yeah, we'll probably be tweaking that a bit. And same with the hospital actually. It takes up a surprisingly large amount of space. I want to make the hospital a bit smaller. I know that hospitals are meant to be big, you know, because they see a lot of people, but maybe doubling something like this that we built in the previous video might be a good solution. I actually don't know yet. So yeah, we'll be working on that at some point as well. I think we mentioned the campground here, so those are tents. And in my recent parts order, I put an order through for a couple of other colours, a couple of other coloured pieces to go there as tents, because there's a bit too much tan and dark grey here already, so that sort of blends in a bit too much for my liking. That looks like another rock, you know, like all this stuff here. And then this tan coloured tent is very close to the beach, so I think there's a little bit too much tan there. So let's go ahead and replace those. And also another thing is I found, you can see that, I found this, which is a small plate that's got flames printed on it that I keep dropping. And something that's always been quite comical to me is this fire station here with the big flame coming out the top. So we're going to replace that. It's meant to just be like a light that indicates when the fire truck has been dispatched, and you know, for people to clear the road so that they can let the fire truck pass. But yeah, it's a bit silly. It is the size of the fire truck, so we're going to change that and make it the flame, which I think is a little bit more suitable. So here's our comically large flame. So we are going to replace pretty much this entire thing here. Get rid of that, pop on that flame instead, and there we go. Now, I mean, there's still an argument to say that it makes the fire station look like it's on fire, and I agree, I see it, but you know, there's no question about the fact that that is a fire station when there's got a flame on it. So I would rather keep the flames on it than get rid of them. Maybe we can use this in a different build and have like a fire truck actually going to the scene of a fire. Yeah, but that to me already looks 10 times better. Now we'll put this back in the city. Orange is quite cool. Yeah, see, I like that better already. That looks way more like a few tents. I think that looks quite good. You can see them a lot better. I mean, some tents are earthy colours if you're, you know, trying to blend in, but we're not really trying to blend it in here. I plan to build another postcard tomorrow, the Italy one, and I'm going to make a video about that too, so that's super exciting. And what else have I recently done? I've built this little rather fancy looking abode. So the main entrance of the house is there, and we've got, sorry if this is shaky as well, I am holding this and I'm trying my best to keep it steady, but there's only so much I can do. We've got a nice long window and a back door to a nice pool area with another outdoor, well not outdoor, but like a separate, maybe a sleep out, or heck, there could be a little spa or something in this back room. I made the pool with gradient tiles, and I'm actually really happy with how that looks. It gives the illusion that the pool is getting deeper the further you go back, which is, you know, very common in real life. Like, pools aren't necessarily just one depth the whole way through, so that's pretty cool. And I'm thinking of, since these are more like the premium houses, they don't fit like in this city area. They do take up a lot of space because they've got more land. They are a lot more expensive than the houses and apartment blocks that we have here. We don't really have many houses. That is something I also might want to change when we get around to it. And I've already started thinking about possibly expanding the city, but I want to sort of finish what I've got first and get it to a stage where like I'm relatively happy with it before I start tacking on other bits around this desk. Like I don't have that much space, but there is more room to expand what we've got. Anyway, that was a bit of a side tangent. What was I talking about? This. So this I think is a rather fancy house, and I was thinking maybe it can go somewhere at the top here, close to this other fancy house that we've got with multi-stories and a neat overhang. Yeah, so maybe it can be like its neighbour or something. I would build it into the hill, so since I had to raise it up quite a bit to get the pool's depth effect going. But I think that works. Let me know what you think about the placement of it and about its size too. Is it way too big? Just put it right there and build it into the rocks. That could work too, actually, you know. Just build it into the rock panel and have sort of hills or the cliffs surrounding it on either side. That might be quite neat. I almost prefer that over to having it there. Food for thought. Anyway, that's where we're at the moment. It's pretty much the beginning of January. Yeah, stay tuned to see what we end up doing with this area and other little tweaks we make along the way. So if you enjoyed this, please subscribe and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.